Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is Erica with Holy Rustic and Redheaded Princess Designs. And I thought this morning we would paint our new insert for our windmill. So this is our windmill, and it has interchangeable pieces that you can put in it for all the seasons. And this design is our bee themed design that goes with our windmill insert. So come in, say hey, let me know how your Wednesday is going. I'm going to start with this back piece here. So of course it matches all of our bee theme that we've had going on this month with our honeybee stuff. I'm gonna just give this a coat of white so that my yellow pops a little more on this. Anytime you're painting any of our interchangeables, you do want to be a little careful about the piece that's going to slide in to the other pieces. And of course, the kit is available on our website at holyrustic.com or redheadedprincessdesigns.com. You can grab your kit there and paint your own for your own windmill or cutting board. And if you don't have a windmill or cutting board, you can grab that on our website. All right, so there is that. Just gonna set that to the side. Just looking to see what I need to paint here. So that's gonna cover here, and this shows, and this over here is gonna show. So we're gonna throw a little bit of the lighter yellow. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to throw you. I'm sorry. Okay, maybe I shouldn't bang that on the table. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of the lighter yellow over here on our honeycomb. I'm not worried about bringing that color over here into the hive or onto the grass, because that has interchangeable pieces that show up. Look in here. So this is going to go right there. I do think this little bit of honey is going to show, so I'm just going to do that. And we're going to grab some gold. There it is. A little bit of this golden yellow. And we'll do this bit of honey that's dripping down that's going to show right there. All right, and that's just the background. And we've got a little honey pot on this side. So let's do that in... I'm just pulling up a picture over here so I can see what's showing and what's not. Let's do our honey pot in kind of a golden brown color. I'm gonna grab some of this soft suede. I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of my gold and just do that in this color here. Our honey stick and all of our flowers are 3D, so we won't worry about those pieces there. And then all this is going to be covered over here as well. Give this another coat of yellow. And in this little drip of honey here. All right, there we go. Get that dry. I've got my dryer today. Yay. I'm not going to paint this bottom part. It's going to be covered as well, so we're not going to worry about that. Okay, let's move that over to the side. Let's work on this honey hive. So we're going to start with the brighter yellow, just like we did the other day. Just base coat everything with our bright yellow. Anytime you're putting down a yellow color, it's a good idea to put that white underneath. You're gonna your yellow's gonna pop a little bit more, and you're gonna be a lot less frustrated because you're not gonna have to put as many coats on it. I'm gonna dry that just a smidge, and then I'm gonna take some of this gold, and I'm actually gonna take a smaller brush. We're gonna brush that gold right in the middles of each section of our hive here, and then just blend it together. So I'm just going to wipe all the paint off my brush and then just go right back over top of those sections. A little bit of white, do the same thing, kind of just right in the middles. Give it a little highlight and a little dimension. So there we go. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Opal. All right. Dry that really well. We're going to need a little bit of black. I really need to fill up the squeeze bottle because it's hard to pour just a tiny bit out of that bottle. All right, the middle of our hive is going to be black here. Oops. Okay, dry that piece. Alright, let's lay this on here so we can start seeing what it's going to look like. I'm seeing a little bit of background here, so I'm going to paint that just in case it peeks through when we're assembling. I just want to be sure that it's covered. Same thing over here. which has some scraggly hairs. Good morning, Barbara. All right. So I'm just gonna cut in right around the edge of that honey pot. Not gonna worry about the middle, just the edges there. Sorry, my allergies are crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. 'Tis the season. And this will set just like that. Okay, and then the green is all covered, so we won't worry about that. This is gonna go on here like so. We've got this little piece here. Which we'll just paint gold. It's just the outside edge of the door to the hive. And then we've got some drips of honey. Let's see. That's all of them. All right, so that piece goes right there. We've got some little drips of honey we're gonna do in a brighter yellow. So if you have, if you've been following along, Monday we did this cute little beehive shelf sitter, which matches this so well. It is, they're from the same designer, the files are, and so they go together really, really well. And they also match the little hanging piece we did the other day. Uh-oh. I unplugged myself. Hang on. Super cute. All the bee stuff is very popular right now. And I love it because you can leave it up, you know, kind of all season. You don't have to, you know, this could stay up summer. It could stay up for spring. It doesn't really have to be switched in and out. So it's a perfect piece to just kind of leave for the seasons. I was going to throw a little white on there, then I realized I usually wait and do all the details at the end, so I don't know why I did that. Okay, there's that. Cute. Is gold the really name? No, this is called Golden Sunset. It's an apple barrel paint, so you can buy these at Walmart. I do like the, some of the apple barrel paints are nice. They have nice colors to them. They're a little bit thinner than some of the others, but they're pretty paints. Okay, so we've got some greens that we need to do. So we'll do all these in green. Let's see if we can get some more of this green that we had the other day. You're welcome, Opal. Okay, I feel like, so these are going to go down and then these are going to go on top. And maybe I want this to be just a shade different than the rest. So let's grab some of this slightly darker, brighter green. I'll throw that on the underneath greens. And we'll do the greens that are going to go on top of everything just a shade lighter. Just to give it a little more dimension. I think, yeah, okay. I was like, I think all the flowers actually sit on top, so should be okay. Just do another coat on this. And let's just throw some highlights on here as well. Lost a piece, but I don't think it was one we really needed, so. I think it was just a middle. I do not know what is going on with the weather, but I have had this pressure in my head for the past 2 days. It's driving me crazy. Driving me crazy. Okay, so this piece is going to set right here. And this one's going to go over here. Which I guess I probably didn't need to worry about those underneath because those go on there. Just like that. Okay. And then these pieces we'll do with this brighter green. On these little stems. Definitely going to need 2 coats on that. And I'm going to do the greenery that goes on top. So don't forget, tomorrow night we have our class at Bear City Winery. We are painting Forest Mushroom. It is such a cute painting. And I still have room for some more if you want to join us. And then we have canceled our string art class for Sunday. We just did not have enough sign-ups. So we did end up canceling that class. The Parks Department called and said we only had 2 people signed up. And so we decided to go ahead and cancel. But next week we have our first ever blacklight class. So we won't be painting in complete darkness. But what we'll do is we'll do the painting, and then towards the end, as we're adding like the last layers and stuff, we have some black lights that we'll pull out, and you'll be able to see that painting change and be a little black light reflective, which is super fun. Okay, I'm gonna dry this so I don't get green anywhere. And it's a peacock painting, so super cute, and can be hung up anywhere in your home without any black lights if you don't have those at home. And then, you know, it just kind of adds a fun little element to it. All right. Going to grab not that brush. All right. Let's do some purples. That's not purple, that's navy blue. Purple pizzazz. Not much in that bottle. We'll see if it's enough to do these cute little flowers with. So I'm just going to take the purple and the white, and I'm just going to kind of dab over these flowers. That way I can give them a little dimension without a lot of work. So those look really cute, and they've got some dimension there, and then we don't have to do a whole lot to them. Since they're so small, I don't want to spend a ton of time like shadowing and highlighting something that tiny. So this will just give it a little more dimension. So I'm just dipping my brush in both the purple and some white, and then just kind of tapping into the flower part here. If you do that and you find that they kind of end up one color, you can come in with more of just the purple or just the white, and then kind of wipe your brush off and get some fresh paint, and that'll help too. All right, so those are done. Okay. And they're gonna go right here, and one's gonna go over here. We gotta do this piece first. So this is our honeycomb, and we're just gonna do it in this golden color with our sponge. Little bit of this sponge that is left. So that's the great thing about these sponges, which we do include with our kits. You know, you can use them over and over and over again until you clip them down to just about nothingness. But you can use them for lots and lots of colors in your kit. All right, so this goes right there somewhere. There we go, just like that. And then this piece will go on top, like so. Yeah? Yeah, just like that. Cute? So cute. Okay, we've got our honey stick. So let's do this with some of, and this little drippy of honey goes right on top there. So we don't have to worry about that part. So we'll just paint the stick for our honey. I think these have a name, but I don't know what it is. Let me know in the comments if you know what these are called. I feel like they have like a specific name. They're not called honey sticks. I don't remember what they're called. All right, I'm gonna fix this little drip of honey a little bit. Throw a little bit of that gold and maybe some white on it. Oh, I made a mess. I got it messy. All right, there we go. Okay. That is going to go right there. Whoops. And this piece just goes up here. So I always say these are, it's like a giant puzzle. So if you like painting and you like puzzles, these are perfect for you. All right, where is, oh no, are we missing a bee? I double checked before I brought all the pieces over here to this table. Make sure I had everything, and now looks like I'm missing a bumblebee. Where did he go? piece that I dropped a second ago? Lord have mercy. I don't see it. All right, hang on a second. I'm going to grab another bee. I've got one over here. I know he was here a few moments ago, so he'll show up. Just don't know where he is right now. All right, so here's our little bees. Do those last. Let's do these little flowers that are going to go up top. I'm going to do their middles with the yellow. Okay. Honey drizzler or honey dripper. Oh good, so some people do call it a honey stick. Well, that's what we're going to call it. Makes the most sense in my brain. Alright, and then we've got our daisies here, so let's do these in the white. Okay. I did this the other day and I could not get it to do what I wanted it to do, but I'm going to try again today. I'm going to try to brush a little bit of that purple. Maybe I'll just do the big daisy. They're just so small. There's not much to work with here, and so it's hard to get them to do the little highlights and stuff and make them dimensional and different without like painting the whole thing. Because they're just tiny little pieces. All right. Let's try all that. Okay, that's gonna go up there, and then these flowers go somehow there we go. And that one goes on that side. And then our little centers. There we go. Cute, cute, cute. And we've got our little bees. So let's do these guys. Paint them black first. This kit has a little circle where each bee goes, so you kind of know where to put them. which is nice. Do their wings. And let's do the little yellow bits on their bodies. Try that. So if you're just joining us, this is our brand new insert for your windmill or your cutting board. It does fit both. And you can grab this on our website at Holy Rustic or redheadedprincessdesigns.com. Okie dokie. Everything is dry, so now we're ready to glue everything together. I'm just gonna slide all that off and locate us some glue. Got some little bitty pieces over here. We'll try to use these up. All right, so as always, remember you just need a little bit of glue, not a lot. Doesn't take very much. Line this up just like so. I like to glue everything down and then do all my little details once I've got everything in place. That way I'm not spending time doing details on things that aren't going to show, and I can really see kind of how everything's going to lay and what the pieces are going to look like before I do my details. Good morning, Patty. All right, oops. There we go. A little insert to our door. Phew, excuse me. Oh my goodness. I just love springtime. It's craziness. Craziness. All right, this is going to go right here. I think that glue is about empty. Thank you, Opal. I think I had like a week where maybe my allergies weren't driving me crazy, and now they're back. I thought we were done with this. When you put these little baby flowers on, you just want to be sure you don't go down below this, because this is the piece that's going to slide in your windmill or cutting board. So we don't want to put that down too far. I have all these little glues that just have teensy little bits in them. I'm just trying to use them up. And this one's not coming out. This guy was on here, so we're gonna find out. There we go. I made a mess. Okay. Nope. There, oops. Here's our other little center for our flower. And we've got our honey drizzler. And hang on just a second, y'all. Okay. And that was a message from the school about some kind of safety situation. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's our little drip of honey. And we've got our little bees. One bee. And 2 bees. And then one goes on this circle, and one goes on this circle. Okay, and we'll put this guy going this way, and this guy going this way. All right, so there's everything. So now we can do our details. So we'll start with some white details. I'm gonna throw some details in these leaves here. Honey. Let's just make everything pop. All right, looking to see what else I want to do here. I feel like I need something here in the honey hive, but maybe not. Let's do some little details on our bees. I have not had enough caffeine this morning or something because my hand is like... Probably need more caffeine. More caffeine! Alright. Let's do his little wing. When I teach classes, sometimes people are like, I don't know how you do all those little details, your hand's so steady. And I'm like, not always. Just depends on the day. Cute. All right, is there anything else that we should add? I think it's looking pretty good. I want to add a tiny bit of white over here to this drip of honey. Nope, that wasn't it. There was water on my brush. Let's try that again. There we go. Just a tiny little bit. It's not going to show very much, but... Dry everything so I can pick it up and show you what it looks like without messing anything up. All right, there we go. There is our cute little windmill insert. So here's our windmill. Whoop. And it's just gonna slide. I'm not gonna put it all the way down in there, but it's gonna slide right inside there. Once everything's dry, it'll go right up to that ledge inside of here. Yeah, that's as far as I'm gonna put it right now because I'm just gonna push everything around if I'm not careful. But that's where it's gonna go. Once it's all dry, I'm gonna let it lay flat to dry. Especially my glue pieces. But how cute is that? It's gonna look so cute sitting next to the other honey pieces that we've already done on my mantle. And I can leave it up all summer long. So if you want yours, you can grab your kit on our website at holyrustic.com or redheadedprincessdesigns.com. And I hope that you're having an amazing Wednesday, and I will talk to y'all real soon. Bye, y'all.